سننتقل إلى المتحدث الثالث، متحدثنا الثالث من UNDP. سيتحدث عن موضوع أيضا كان الدكتور ناصر طرحه هذا الصباح عندما تحدث عن الشمول المالي، وقال أن لا ننسى موضوع التأمين. متحدثنا سيتحدث عن مرفق التأمين وتمويل المخاطر التابع لبرنامج الأمم المتحدة الإنمائي UNDP. السيد إينوك سنغوي، أخصائي التأمين الزراعي في برنامج الأمم المتحدة الإنمائي. You will have 10 minutes. Please keep an eye on what I'm doing so you know your 3 minutes and then your final recommendations. The floor is yours.
Good. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a good session full of learning, full of lessons. Éinok Singwe is my name. I am representing UNDP Insurance and Risk Finance Facility. And grateful to the team who invited us into this session to discuss the importance of smallholder resilience through finance and insurance. I think since morning we've shared quite a number of good numbers, and these numbers are a little scary, and at the same time it presents really good opportunity. One presenter mentioned about the fact that by the SDGs we are at about 15%, and we are only remaining with 7 years to 2030. And from UNDP, which is one of the UN agencies, we're looking into supporting this sector. And the reason for that is, if you look at the numbers, 2023 alone, the UN humanitarian appeal was at 51.5 billion. In the insurance sector, we're looking at a penetration of largely in developing countries, 3%. There was also need for developing the sector in various ways. Agriculture, for example, in Africa and part of Arab, on average, contribute about 10 to 20%, which you talk about 15% of the GDP. And there was a call for more financial resources to support the sector from the humanitarian efforts. And as a UNDP, we look into these areas from 5 key work streams. That is through the inclusive insurance, sovereign risk financing, integrating insurance into various development agenda, the natural capital insurance in the energy sector, and then looking as well into the investment, insurance and investment. And we do this through different cross-cutting development ways. That is at the governance level, capacity, empowerment, technology, and advocacy. Different initiatives at different levels for these activities around finance and insurance, working across the globe. As you might be aware, UNDP has got very strong presence in 177 countries within the insurance. We're looking into different initiatives in 30 countries. And one of the pillars is advancing small-scale farmers through financial resilience. This would be really my main slide, where when you look at agriculture insurance market, we are focusing on 3 main building blocks. You could call it, for you to have success factors or the challenges within the sectors could be clustered across these 3 main building blocks. Building block number 1 is looking into the product innovation, basically the climate products. Number 2 is the market foundation, and then the enabling environment. The sector at the moment is having very limited climate product innovation. Even the credit solutions that various farmers are accessing, I would say is having limited assessment from the perspective of the climate, or there are less innovation. But then the opportunity that we have is that there are different climate data sources that we can leverage on to develop this solution, both weather station-based data sources or satellite-based data sources that can help us develop different climate products. At the market foundation level, you're looking at value chain actors that support to reach to the farmer. You realize a small-scale farmer is doing between 1 to 5 hectares, depending on the countries. So for various service providers to reach to these farmers, they need to go through a certain platform, through a certain aggregator, or through a certain value chain actor. And what is critical is the development of this foundation to have insurance anchored into the business model of these value chain actors. One good example around the market foundation for some of the pioneering initiatives that I've done myself personally through ACFAN platform in Sudan was bundling insurance with finance, where you have climate insurance. When farmers are applying for the loan, it goes with a component of climate insurance through an innovation called weather index insurance. This really provides a lot of resilience, not only to the farmer, but also resilience at the value chain level. Because the component of climate does not only affect the smallholder farmer, it has an impact into the value chain actors. A good example is, if I'm a seed company and I'm selling to the small-scale farmers who are actually the 80% of the buyers of the inputs. As a seed company, if a farmer is not in a position to get the good harvest, it basically means the following year, farmers will not invest on quality inputs, or they will do an underinvestment. For me as a seed company, the climate is a threat because I would not be in a position to sell the required volume. That is why we need to build incentive to these value chain actors like seed companies to adopt insurance as part of their business model. Because if they do so, and my inputs are insured, it basically means if I get compensation, that compensation can translate to the farmer in form of free inputs the following season. And this is not possible without the enabling environment, because for you to innovate, some of these innovations needs to be regulated. There has to be a lot of policy advocacy around this. There's a lot of use of climate data. There is a lot of use of price data. Then this needs to be regulated, and at the UNDP arm, we do a lot of policy advocacy level through the presence of our country offices to make sure that these innovations are well regulated, and that these innovations are also customer-centric. An example of those innovations that you can talk about at the government level or at the innovation level is when you develop a sandbox. This could be a regulatory sandbox that powers innovation, or labs that powers this innovation for the farmers. Because when you have sandbox or labs, you would be in a position to run small experiments, and the government and the private sector can learn from those experiments before you scale them at scale. It's developing small scale for large scale. An example also within this context of innovation is InsurTech. InsurTech are developing a lot of tools. Within the climate space, there would be the component of data, the agronomy coming into place through one digital platform where distribution channel can access this product and give it to the farmer. One good example around product innovation as well is using climate and the agronomy of the product to develop the product at the different stages. Stage from germination, vegetation, to flower to the harvest. And this one of the innovation is a soil moisture index that looks into the moisture in the soil and the performance of the crop. And then the distribution of this product is all bundled to the loan. Lastly is the price guarantee insurance opportunities. Put an assumption that you have good access to inputs. You have farmers are having good know-how of the farm management. And also they are having access to the finance. If they produce a lot at the same time, it means there would be a lot of product in the market. The price will drop. So then, again, you solve the issue of the climate, but then there is the price risk. So there is an also opportunity to do innovation around price guarantee insurance for the farmers. And it is actually through warehouse, where you develop warehouse. Farmers would then put in their produce into this warehouse. Off-season, then they can sell, and you provide guarantees to this innovation. So those are some of the practical ideas that you can support the smallholder farmers through financing and insurance. Thank you.